Okay. Okay. Let's start with the reason why you reached out to me.
Oh, uh, well, funny story. I needed medical attention and went to the hospital and was trying to get back, in the groove of things after returning to the city. And met a lovely person there, Lena. Uh, unknown, unaware to me that you two were related. That we were talking about just me returning and how some things are very different. I've already noticed a lot of difference here already, and I'm, we're just at the front office. Um, so long story short, she goes, "Well, welcome back. What'd you do previously?" And then was talking about previous history at DOC. And then she had mentioned that she gave me her name, and then I realized I was like, "Oh, are you related?" And then that's when kind of things fell into place. And then I think she reached out, and then my old phone surprisingly still the battery worked and had your number in it. I thought I'd at least text and say hey and uh see if maybe there's potentially a chance. And I know I messed up. Like I messed up big. And I guess self-sabotage myself, and that's my own doing. Um, so whatever ultimately you decide is what you decide. But uh, needless to say, I was hoping that there would maybe be a home still left here for me to come back to.
As long as you're on the understanding that this talk gives no indication that we're going to say yes or no. Like, this is a talk that I need to find out where you are before I'm even comfortable with saying maybe. And then I've got to talk to Lisa as well. And we need.
So
Good DOC.
Send it.
Give me a moment. Kennedy, you on the catwalks?
I am in the cage, little area right past medical bay.
10-4, thank you for staying there.
10-4.
Okay.
Individual coming up for 167 months. Could I?
Okay. So, tell me what happened at the end.
uh well at the end, right? I mean you weren't there, but Mendoza was there. And I told him that I quit and I walked away and my emotions got the best of me. I'll sadly admit that. Uh, and then basically you dismissed me and told me to go cool down for a couple of days and then that we'd have a conversation, and then you and Matthews at MRPD sat me in the office and then took I don't know you took me actually saying as I quit as me quitting, and then separated me from DOC. From there, things got a bit hectic. And I created some trouble that honestly it hurt a lot of people, including myself. But it hurt people that I cared about the most, which was my fellow DOC and the officers. Uh, yeah, and needless to say, I needed a bit of a break, so moved back home. That was a struggle for a bit, and then joined public works out there, working with businesses and community leaders and helping them with their infrastructure needs. But it wasn't the same. So I left there and came back here. That's kind of where I'm at today.
Okay, I'm gonna cast your mind all the way back. The incident with Gary Johnson.
I'm sorry, say that again.
The incident with Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson. Which one, ma'am?
Well,
There's probably more than one. Was it the one in the changing room, or are we talking about something separate?
I'm talking about the one in the changing room.
God, I trying to remember exactly what honestly happened. I know that there was an incident between Gary and myself in the changing room where he had assaulted me, knocked me out, and then when I came back to, I was able to subdue him and call for backup. But again, like that's it was. If you're talking about that, it's very fuzzy still. I don't know. I don't know if that's what we're talking about here, so I'll let you.
So that was the incident. It was where you did beat him down, where you hit him back, and then you beat him again once he was fully down. Using your words, making sure he was staying down.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest that whole situation is like a blur. Unfortunately, I think emotions and with getting knocked out and stuff, like, not to make that an excuse for any type of behavior, um, but I honestly, I, I I don't really remember much besides getting back up and then somehow subduing him.
So we had issues where you did, your emotions did get the better of you quite frequently during that time. So I need to know how we would know that this wouldn't be an issue.
Um, so one of the big differences in my, I guess, life between then and now is so I was on duty a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really was. I mean, if given the opportunity to return, um, obviously dedicated to DOC, right, as a DOC employee. Uh, but to be honest, it would be like only like I don't know. Hate to say it, kind of like a parental situation, weekend type situation. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, um, type scenario, and probably only like realistically maybe a few hours each of those days. That was also unfortunately one of the reasons why I left my public works job was the demand was a bit too much on me, and I was trying to take on more than what I should. And then so I left there, but on good terms. But just need something different. Just because if I return, I know kind of the expectation is they'd want me to take my old job back, and I can't. I just simply don't have the time to dedicate to them that they want. But I do have, like I said, uh, my weekends and Fridays, so to speak. So yeah, definitely taking it easy is gonna be one of those things that I strive for.
Okay.
Yeah.